Like when I say to a person that I'm a they or that I don't identify as any gender, it's very weird because they start looking at me and they're like, so what are you? Like the most common question I have is like, do you hate yourself for doing that? And I'm like, no, I love myself, that's why I'm doing this.
Somos Patricia Reguero y Marsala, detrás de la cámara. Nos hemos venido hasta Atenas para hablar de derechos de las personas trans en Grecia. Vamos a hacerlo a través de varias historias y lo primero que vamos a hacer es ir a conocer a Aris. Nos va a hablar de violencias, pero también y sobre todo de resistencias. Así que vámonos, Mar, que solo tenemos 3 días.
So my name is Aris. I'm 21 years old and I identify as they, them. I want to further study fashion design. I don't use my Christian name. I rebaptize myself as Aris. I think this is the suitable name for me and I would love to be able to change my papers to not male nor female, but this is not a thing for Greece. We don't have this yet here. To me, I don't want to limit myself in the social construct of gender. I don't think that's it for me. Since I was identifying as queer, I had a lot of negative comments on my posts. I faced many insults, many threats, death threats. I had people following me home. I had people coming where I was chilling and they were trying to beat me up. They were doing a lot of things in general. So in March there was this attack of estimated like 100 to 300 people. I have never seen that big of an attack in numbers nor hate. I felt not afraid. I mean I was obviously afraid, but I was more of disgusted, like angry, and to be honest I was just sad because like all these kids could have done anything else with their lives than just attacking a person. So there are a lot of videos. In this moment, it's where it starts. We're just walking and then all of these people just... You can hear everyone just screaming at us, making fun of us. We just went to the police station and we pressed charges. Then we identified 11 people out of 20. Yeah, there are a lot of fascists in Salónica. It's not safe for anyone, to be honest.
And after that, the day after that, there was a concentration. The LGBT organization from Thessaloniki organized. Were you there?
Yeah, I was there. That's the main thing that gave me positive feeling, like hope. Because I saw all these people and they were all there for not just me, but also for me. And that's very nice.
Estamos llegando a Chalkida, en el noreste de Atenas. Hemos quedado aquí con Kassyope. Ella es una chica trans a la que queremos preguntar cómo es transitar, hacer una transición fuera de una capital y qué formas de resistencia ha encontrado ella para hacer.
Hello, I'm Kassyope. I'm 29 years old. I go by she, her, hers. Also, I'm a transgender woman. Yeah, maybe there's an increase in transphobic language and violence. And I think that's because there's more visibility. I grew up here, which is a really small town, my hometown, and when I was growing up there wasn't any queer community, so it was really hard to, discover myself and my gender and my whole identity. This is something that I began to explore when I was moving to Athens to study psychology. I started transitioning when I was almost 20 years old.
I think my existence as a trans woman in Greece is political on its own, and me surviving and living my life how I want to, and being treated with respect is political. Of course, I identify as a feminist, and I think trans women are also like helping develop feminism like even further.
Well, I didn't know Anna, but of course it had an impact on me when I learned about it, because, you know, it's a murder of a woman, a murder of a transgender woman, and when something like that happens, you of course think that it could be me, it could be one of my friends, I could be the next murdered trans woman. So of course I was really emotional and really sensitive about that, and I wish it's the last murder of a woman and a trans woman. Of course it won't be the last, but I wish it was the last.
It was the 10th of July 2023, 1 year ago, when we found out that Anna Ivankova, a black trans woman from Cuba, was brutally murdered inside her house. Initially, there was a police report that misgendered her, so we didn't know what happened exactly to whom. Then the media were talking about the murder of a man, but then the community and her friends found out, and the LGBTQ community organized. There was a march in Agios Panteleimonas Square. It was very moving, because in these times of sorrow and rage, you need to be together. I'm Anastasia Vaitsopoulou. I'm a journalist from Greece, and I specialize in gender, feminism, and its intersections. First of all, until 2013, there was not even the word gender identity in the Greek legislation. So this is where we start introducing trans rights into the Greek legal system. Since 2017, the legal gender registration does not require medical interventions in the body of the person who is concerned in order to change the gender identity. Still today, the law does not provide a quick, accessible, and transparent legal gender recognition based on self-determination. Right now in Greece we have a conservative government and 3 far-right parties inside the parliament, which sets a little bit the scene and the socio-political reality here. Moreover, what we have observed in the mainstream media in the last couple of months in the context of same-sex marriage law that was implemented recently is that there was a huge increase of homophobic rhetoric, a lot of prejudice and stereotypes, which resulted in a wave of homophobia all over the news, all over social media. It was really painful to see and experience it.
Να τα προστατεύσω, να ακούσω τη γνώμη μου. Λοιπόν, μην το μεταδείξετε.
Να πω κάτι, είναι για πρώτη φορά, σας μιλάω ειλικρινά, είναι για πρώτη φορά που τρομάζω, δηλαδή νιώθω να απειλούμε, είναι να κάθομαι σε μια θέση, να ακούω το κοινό, να ακούω το άλλο. Περνάω πάρα πολύ καλά στη ζωή μου.
Και καλά κάνεις.
Περνάω τόσο πολύ καλά στη ζωή μου που πρώτη φορά νιώθω να απειλούμε, είτε με την υποκρισία των ανθρώπων του Γκάλοπ από εδώ πέρα, είτε ακόμα.
Λέγομαι Πάολα Ρεβενιώτη και είμαι υποψήφια στις ευρωεκλογές με το ΜΕΡΑ25. Από πολύ νεαρή ηλικία ήμουνα στον αντιεξιωστικό χώρο. Μεγαλώνοντας, πάντα ασκούσα πολιτική, είτε με το περιοδικό που έβγαζα, είτε με κάποιες ενέργειες που έκανα στο παρελθόν. Αργότερα ασχολήθηκα με ντοκιμαντέρ, από ό,τι βλέπω με κάποια επιτυχία, το έκανα καλά. Από την άλλη, είναι πολύ δύσκολη πλέον η κατάσταση για πολλές τρανς σε οικονομικό επίπεδο, διότι αν δεν την στηρίξει η οικογένεια, είναι σε πολύ δύσκολη κατάσταση. Δεν έχουν σύνταξη, δεν έχουν στοιχειώδη ασφάλιση, ούτε ιδιωτικές ασφάλειες δεν μπορούσαμε να κάνουμε. Δεν υπάρχει πρόσβαση στην εργασία καθόλου. Και πολλές τρανς της γενιάς μου, ακόμη και πιο μικρές, που έχουν μεγαλώσει, δεν έχουν τα στοιχειώδη δηλαδή. Υπάρχουν ουσιαστικά κίνημα μεγάλο δεν υπήρξε, διότι στις μικρές χώρες κυριαρχούν τα μαγαζάκια, που κάποια είναι πρόεδρος και οι υπόλοιποι πεπακούνε, κατάλαβες, έτσι γίνεται. Από την άλλη όμως, αν γίνει κάποια βιαιότητα πλέον τώρα, θα βγουν όλους τους δρόμους νομίζω.
So we're on the exact spot where Zacheaus was killed in September 2018. A group of people just attacked her and they eventually beat her up. The police came and they started hitting her with severe, and she had severe traumas, and eventually she died here on this same spot. To me, it was a very sensitive moment. It was my first months, maybe days after I just became queer. This was my first like touch with resistance, and it means a lot to me because as I see and as I grow up, it's not about just harassment, it's about our lives, it's about the way that we live, and that we don't have to be afraid. We don't have to think that we shouldn't go outside and just think that we're gonna die, you know?
Yeah, resistance is a key word for me, the main word throughout my whole transition. Because, you know, first of all, I had to resist like socially to transphobic people, transphobic like speech, and you know, like the whole system that it's not welcome or supportive for a trans woman. But apart from that, it's also a key word for transitioning, because transitioning can be really hard.
Φυσικά δεν ήταν η ζωή μου στρωμένη με μαρμελάδα, αλλά προσπάθησα στη ζωή μου για να μπορέσω να φτάσω στα 65 μου τώρα, να αναδεικνύω και να κοιτάω τα καλά πράγματα της ζωής, ούτως ώστε τα κακά τα άφηνα στο πίσω του μυαλού μου και δεν τα άφηνα να με επηρεάζουν.
I think we need to realize as a society that when we talk about trans rights, LGBTQ rights, we talk about human rights.
So I think that the term non-binary is more complex than being a woman or a man. It's about feeling everything at once. Like one day I'm a man, then the other day I might be a woman, the other day I might be like nothing. So I think that most people don't understand and don't value what that is because it's out of the norm, it's out of the basic gender, you know? It's like I don't prioritize how you see me, I prioritize how I feel every distinct day.